Property advice for real.
With Houza, the UAE's new home for buying, renting or selling a property.
Yeah, we are following that section there. The advice that we've got from Sarah Hiradine with one of her colleagues, Matt Gregory's picked up the baton. He's the CCO at houza, and he's here to answer your questions that are coming in property-wise. Matt, it's lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning, both.
Let's kick off having a look at where we are trend-wise. Sarah touched on it, but I want to know a little bit more about where people are buying at the moment. The people who have made their money selling an older villa at the peak, these 3-bedroom villas that Sarah said are still in demand. Those who've sold, where are they buying now?
No, I think there's a number of key communities that are offering really good returns in terms of yield. If we look at those in sort of an overview of the areas that they actually are, right? We've got the likes of International City. Again, not everyone's taste, but actually brings back really good yield. We're looking at about 9.5% in terms of yield value there. We then come down Rimram, again, massive yield if we look at the overall market. So people are looking at ways in which they can get into the market with multiple units, getting good return on their investment, whether it be for passive income, which it would be for these particular areas. If you're looking at capital return, while sitting in the green room while Sarah was on, I've sent a couple of messages out to some owners of some real estate companies, and then you get a totally different view. These people are looking at the views, right? The question I asked them, if I had $1 million dirhams to invest, where would I invest it?
Okay, I'm just going to stop you there.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen? Because I've literally just got a text from someone. Here's the real world example of exactly what you're saying. And this is also the ultimate high class problem, by the way. I'm selling my property in December. I predict I will make around 900,000 dirhams. Advice on what to do next, please.
Well, the advice coming in for some people that own real estate companies is widely different, actually. Not one of them said the same thing. One person said, the Palm, great capital gain. The yield is around 6% at this moment in time, depending on the type of unit that you're likely to buy. Another person has said, buy $1 million dirham, one bed in the views. Put a little bit of money into doing it up. Again, great capital gain coming back, but also really good rental yield. So, different things coming in from different people. Another one said, entry-level townhouse out in Mira, an opportunity to get something that isn't as close to the city, but you're getting the best part of 3 bedrooms whilst having that journey up and down Hesse Street. But, it's people are happy to accept that if they're getting a townhouse with more room for a growing family. So real world examples from people that own real estate companies, again, not standard, but all different.
Is there something to be said? I'm just going to paraphrase this because the message is long. Is there something to be said for sitting the dance out for a while? If you are sitting on this cash because you've sold, waiting in the hope that prices will come down before you jump back in?
Look, I think that you guys have mentioned catching the knife when on the way down, right? I think a few times over the last not only days but weeks, I think we're seeing markets go down from a stock perspective. Crypto is on its not knees at the moment. It's certainly down. I think Brandy, you were talking yesterday about when you bought and where it is now. You could argue the same about property, but property is a bit more stable. When stock market's down, people want tangible asset. Property is a good opportunity to get into. You can pick up a one bed in Discovery Gardens for 300,000 dirhams. That is offering a yield of 8.5%. You could get into that. Now, your capital gain is not going to be huge because you're not going to make too much money over, say, the next 2 to 3, say 5 years. However, the passive income that's going to generate for you could be something that actually you can put your money in, make that money. It's going to be stable. You're on the metro. There is an opportunity whereby putting the money into that, you could buy 3 units for your $1 million dirhams if you had it. And that way, you've got yourself still on the property market. But look, people have all different views. Money is still cheap. We spoke about it 2 weeks ago when the Fed increased their rates. The opportunity here is that money is still cheap. People are sitting on cash as they're selling. So, there's no right or wrong answer here. If you feel that actually you want to invest something in with good capital returns, the Palm seems a good investment. If you're looking for something with that passive income that you just want to put in and have stable returns, then clearly the other areas that I've mentioned are also key.
What if you're not buying for yield? What if you're buying for long-term capital gain and somewhere to live?
So, the standard communities that we know that clearly people are still looking at. A friend of mine bought in the Lakes, put a couple of $100K into it, and there's now, the opportunity now that he's got is it's gone up by 500,000. So there is still chance to buy in good established communities. I live in the Springs. We may look to buy in the future. Would I buy now? Absolutely. Because it's a community that is close to where we are now. It's a central community. As urban sprawl happens, as we have to get more units in order to get people in for the 2040 plan, doubling the population, you just don't have enough. So the centre of the city becomes further out, right? Mm-hmm. The opportunity there is that the Springs and the local communities to where we are in Media City here just go up in value.
Matt Gregory, CCO of Houza.